What's up, guys? Marjack79 here. I wanted to talk about something today. It is in reference to Black Panther. It's exploding. I couldn't be more prouder and more happy about the success of the movie. The last time I checked, it had gained over $700 million worth of revenue over the past week. It still has yet to release in China and Japan, so it's definitely well on its way towards the $1 billion mark. So, it's been getting rave reviews. I think it holds a 98 on Rotten Tomatoes right now. But, you know, it's been hit by a little bit of controversy, of course. You know, everything that's successful in the world always gets hit with some sort of controversy as well. So, what is that controversy within the movie, you ask? Also, before I get started, spoilers, people. If you have not seen Black Panther, click off of this video now. I will be talking about spoilers when it comes to the controversies that are surrounding Black Panther right now. So, you have been warned, so... yeah, spoilers. So it's a line in there made by Sherry to the CIA agent. I think it's I can't think of his name. Sorry, I cannot think of that guy's name. But when they bring the CIA agent to Wakanda, and after they heal the bullet wound in his spine, you know, he wakes up and, you know, he goes and tries to find Sherry to have it explained to him like where exactly he is, and he's like, whoa, hold on, Colonizer, can you back up a little bit? And apparently that line has struck a nerve with a lot of progressive people within the country. It's seemed to have rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. So, you know, I wanted to take a second to actually explain what colonizer is. So, the definition of a colonizer is someone who helps to found a colony. Colonizer, founder, beginner, founding father. You know, it's technically not a derogatory term. So, I mean, technically, she's not lying about the CIA agent's ancestors. I mean, technically, his ancestors are colonizers. I mean, so the ancestors of Caucasian America, you know, they arrived in America by ship, and they colonized. So, you know, they built colonies around the country and, you know, started the United States of America. So, I think where people start to get offended of it is when, you know, I think when people hear colonizer, they think, you know, like genocide of the Native American people, which actually, technically, if you look at the definition, that's actually not the case. It's actually what I just explained. It's the definition explains that you arrived on a land with a people and you colonized your people to, you know, to start a colony. So, I mean, like I said, founder. Now, if anything else, a colonizer is not actually the correct term that should have been used here, because obviously, I mean, history shows us that we are not the founders of America. America had already been founded years and hundreds of thousands of years ago by the Native Americans. So, you know, another part of the movie that's been seeing a lot of controversy is the scene where Killmonger first arrives to the throne room to challenge T'Challa for the role of king, and when he starts talking about, you know, where was Wakanda at during the, you know, slavery and during the civil rights movement and all that. I've been seeing a lot of people showing disgust about the real life tones of America that it was portraying. This is nothing new, people. You know, other Marvel movies have portrayed America in a real life attribute as well. I mean, I don't know. I'm a person. You know, I accept our history, as messed up as it is. I don't think we should hide from it. It is what it is, man. I think we should, if we choose to ignore our history, how are we supposed to proceed as a people, especially as divided as the country is nowadays? I think we should embrace our past and, you know, formulate a collective, you know, love and acceptance of it, and trying to come together. And then that's how we can learn to forgive our ancestors for their past transgressions, and that's how we move forward as a people. Not keep it bottled up in our history and just try to hide it and get mad and upset every time somebody brings it up, especially in a Marvel movie of all places. I mean, it makes no sense. You know, I mean, if something that happened not hundreds of years ago, the something that's happening today, that is how I see it. I mean, if that upsets you, then, you know, you got to stand up and attempt to make a difference. You know, just getting mad about it and posting about it on social media, I think that just adds to the problem. And also, leave it to the black community to also find some criticisms with the movie as well. Well, actually, you know what? I take that back. Not with the actual movie itself. You know, most of the black community is actually extremely satisfied with it. You know, they're all saying it's a good film, but it's a chosen few that is talking about, you know, congrats to everybody that went out and paid for the movie and put all this money into white America, Marvel's hand, like saying that the entire head corporation of Marvel is all white people. And, you know, what I say to that is, even if that was the case, you know, so what? So what? I mean, it's a black director. It's a black protagonist. It's a black antagonist. It's a 96.5 black supporting cast. I just don't see the issue if that was the case. But actually, you know, if you've done your research about this movie and about Marvel in general, you would know that the head of and I'm talking about like some of the head producers at Marvel they're not all white. He usually goes unnamed because he likes to stay behind the scenes. But the Marvel producer Nate Moore that greenlit Black Panther is a black man. Yeah, that's right. A head producer at Marvel, Nate Moore, is a black man. So, you know, bombshell drop. So that argument is completely invalid anyways. So, you know, and I mean, like I said, you know, it's definitely injustices within this country when it comes to people of color. You know, and that's obvious at this point. The only thing you have to do is take one look at anything political, and you'll definitely see the atrocities and injustices that's going on in our country on a daily basis at this point. But, you know, but fortunately, this movie is absolutely not one of them. This is not, you know, if you just have to do your research, people. That's all it is. You just have to do a little bit of research before you know, jump off the handle and want to post on social media and spread lies and garbage. So the last bit of controversy about Black Panther that I've been seeing, I actually had a really good talk with a buddy about it the other day, is Black Panther's final line of dialogue when they're after the fight has transpired and he's bleeding out, and they're sitting on top of the cave looking over Wakanda, when T'Challa asks him, you know, we still have the ability to heal you if you know, if you want. And he was like, why? So you can put me in jail? Nah, I would rather you throw me in the ocean like my ancestry slaves chose to throw themselves into the ocean instead of living a life of slavery and bondage for forever. You know, so I've been seeing a lot of remarks on news outlets and social media about there are problems with that line as well. You know, why would you not want to at least, you know, try to live out the rest of your life and be rehabilitated instead of, you know, just killing yourself? And I think the problem with that, well, I don't think it's a problem. I would rather go to the next plane of existence as well, instead of living the rest of my life in jail or in bondage. I mean, that's my personal opinion. Yeah, I mean, you know, if I had the choice to, you know, maybe you feel different, but my own personal opinion, you know, if I had the choice to either live my life in slavery and bondage forever, or if I had an equal opportunity to end my life and move on to the next plane of existence, I would definitely take that route. Yeah, there's not even a question. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's not really much else to say. It's just what I would choose to do. You know, this life is where, I mean, especially if you feel like you're doing the right thing. I mean, if you're passionate about what you're doing in life, and somebody attempts to take that away from you, and they're going to put you in jail forever, nah. Let me go ahead and just move on to the next plane of existence. It is what it is. Alright, and with that, I think we've covered a pretty significant amount of controversy that is surrounding the phenomenon that is Black Panther right now. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you liked what you saw, do me a favor and hit that like button. I would really appreciate it. And if you want to see more Black Panther videos like this, you can hit that subscribe button. You can follow me at youtube.com/smartjack79 and facebook.com/smartjack79. Yeah, and until then, I hope to see everybody on the next one. And if you have any comments or want to discuss further, you know, post it in the comments below. You know, I'm definitely more than open and welcome to talk more about it if you would like. All right, and until then, I'll see you guys on the next one. I'll catch you later. Bye.